if you were to ask me in the AFC, the team I would least like to play, like if I have to make the list of like your wish list of playoff opponents, Buffalo's the team I would least like to play. For me, the power rankings of least want to play in the AFC in the playoffs is Buffalo 1 with a bullet, the Steelers 2, and I know that sounds ridiculous because Russ and my feelings on him, but the Chiefs tackle situation is right now is so shaky that you do worry the team with the best edge rusher in the league, TJ Watt, and then great guys alongside him on the D-line, that by itself could just ruin the game. So the Steelers would be 2, the Chargers would be 3, and then Baltimore. And we can talk more about Baltimore in a minute, but Buffalo is clearly a number 1. As far as Kansas City and not being worried, I do think there is a benefit to not having the undefeated season kind of build pressure momentum. However, they do, because it was the Bills game they lost, they don't have the tiebreaker, they do now have work to do. The benefit that I was talking about on TV is, in addition to the undefeated season thing, Romo said it at the end of the game, it would have been weird. It might have been, one of them good problems like Marlo Stanfield would say, but to lock up the 1 seed with 7 games left, do you then run the risk that you play essentially meaningless games from mid-November until the playoffs start for you in mid-January? That would be it would be unprecedented at the very least. It would be odd. So I do think there's a benefit there, but I also think the Chiefs need to tighten a few things up. Like Mahomes needs to play better early in these games. And I understand the team not looking as sharp early in games. I understand what they're trying to do as far as work on different things, try different things out during games that they can then figure out what they do or don't want to use in games that actually matter. But Mahomes is just not so sharp early. And then late, like in the fourth quarter early, the Bills go up by 9. And all of a sudden, it's like, oh, there's the Chiefs' playoff offense. Just a surgical right down the field touchdown. But they dug themselves too big of a hole to where, despite that touchdown, it needed the defense to get a stop in order for them to have a chance to win. And the defense, God love them, had their first... You're talking about the first play or the last play?
The first one. The first pick.
Yes. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That set the tone for the Chiefs were playing catch-up the whole game. Like, the game was being played on Buffalo's terms from that. And he's done that a few times this year. So, listen, he's the best. I feel like he's the greatest player in the history of the league. He has earned more benefit of the doubt than any player I've ever seen as far as, even if he and the offense look bad for big portions of the season like they did last year, come the playoffs, they're going to play perfect football. Just perfect. No mistakes. But those things do need to tighten up. I think he and Xavier, they're getting closer. Like, Xavier's got to do a better job dragging his feet, but Patrick also has to do a better job hitting him in stride, but they're working on that. And so I still believe the Chiefs are the best team in the league with a bullet. And they're about to get Pacheco back, and then they get Charles Omenihu back, and then we'll see about Hollywood Brown by the very end of the year. So they're adding pieces rather than losing pieces. But the tackle position, the left tackle spot's got to get better, and I would think they might call Donovan Smith, who was their left tackle last year and is semi-retired, but has said he's ready if the Chiefs call. And listen, they're going to be rotating guys at the number 2 corner position because Jalen Watson broke his ankle. It's one of the most important injuries for the Chiefs all year, and they don't have someone to fill that role right now. But Am I worried about the Bills? No. Are the Bills the scariest team in the AFC for the Chiefs to play? Yes. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get more from the show, and make sure to click the bell to get notified every time new content drops. Check out full episodes of What's Right wherever you get your podcasts, or just click the link in the description below.